G'day scrappers. Just scrapping out some servers today just to get rid of them. I've got another Dell Power Edge. Oh, don't know if you remember the 10 Power Edges that I got last year, and they're remember the RAM modules? Well, there's only 4 in this one. The 10 that I got last year, there was 8 in every one. So, but it's the first time I've actually got a Power Edge aside from those 10 in one go. So I'm not complaining. Yeah, it would have been nice if there was all 8 modules. That's for sure. Well, we might as well get them out. And yeah, so yeah, these ones are a little bit different. So nothing like the last one. There's only 4 RAM sticks in each one, whereas the last one that had 8 RAM in every module. So it was incredible. It was 64 in every server. And yeah, well, these ones are really old. I mean, I was getting 8 gigabyte RAM sticks. These are only 512 megabytes. So, but still, it's still RAM, and hopefully they're all like this. They're not with the, you know, the with the aluminium shield. So yeah, not bad. 4 RAM sticks and a good card. Oh well, you know. Yep, another 4 in there. Well, 16 RAM sticks in one server. Can't complain with that. Yep, and they're all just your regular RAM, and it's a 4-slot CPU motherboard. 4 nice heat sinks. One's already been done, taken out. Just trying to determine what we got here. Yeah, it looks like it's just solid aluminium. There are copper tubes in there, but not sure if this would go as a copper aluminium radiator because there's just not enough copper compared to the slab of aluminium. But that's okay. So yeah, I thought I'd just do another basic scrap session, bit of a scrap chat, and see how we go. Get rid of these servers. Well, that's a fantastic card. I tell you what, it's got 3 gold band crystal oscillators. Really nice big BGA here. One of those double ones there. Yeah, really nice. They're always usually really nice in these Dell Power Edges. Or similar. Bit of plastic. Hey. All right. But yeah, hope everyone's still going okay with the crazy stuff that's still going on around the world. You know, we're pretty lucky here in Australia. It's not so bad. Just trying to keep people out so they don't bring any nasties to us. Well, this one's a strange one. I can't work out how to get this thing out. There we go. There we go. That's what I wanted. Bit awkward, but that's strange. It's got a strange heatsink here. It's almost like another CPU heatsink, but it's probably not. And yeah, this is a really funny setup. Big heat sinks. Gosh. This one doesn't want to come. So as usual, I've been very busy doing quite a few different pickups. It's been good. These are, what are they? Yeah, your standard xenon with the heatsink. So it's like a green fiber with heatsink. Oh well. Four CPUs. Hey, that's not bad. All right. Yeah, and yeah, I did the first museum pickup. I've got some interesting projectors, some of the DLP projectors. So I might do a scrap out of them and see if we can get the little DLP CPU looking thing out of them. If they've got one, they don't always have the removable one. So we'll just have to see. Yeah, so yeah, a few interesting things, some interesting audio, amp stuff. Yeah, all kinds of oddball things. So they might make good video subject. But right now, I've just got to get rid of all these servers. I've done a pretty good job in the driveway by clearing out all the PCs while moving them over and just setting up my bins. All right, so just a little back plane board there for the power supplies. I've already taken out all the power supplies. Yeah, wow, pretty big motherboard actually, giant. Does have BGAs running around, probably under these as well. Yeah, not so good them ones. These side ones are good. Just wanted to see what's under this heatsink here. Okay, it's just a heatsink for another BGA. Quite a good one, this one. Wouldn't mind that. And then just these little thingos. Nice gold fingers. The only thing is, this is, you barely get away with this being a mid-grade board because there's no real chips on it. It's just heatsink, copper coils, but it does have the fingers. Has a tiny little chips. So usually when people bring me these with the fingers, can get away with a few of these going into mid-grade board. But once you take the fingers off, then it's just a low-grade board. Right, so I'm just still trying to teach people that bring me stuff. It's a constant thing because people are always bring me stuff saying, oh, I wasn't sure, you know, what to do with this. Always trying to give people ideas on. Yeah, so not bad. Like I said, just mid-grade board, complete as it is. And this motherboard, well, I've got to take off this, obviously this steel plate before we can sell it as a server board. It's just too much weight and rubbish to get server price. But we've got some clean steel. And that removes this plastic stuff. Nice. 4-slot CPU. Pretty good slots. The plastic slots, so they get good gold recovery there. There's another little RAM stick there on its own. 256 meg. Not much to it, but still. And there we have it. So a really good chip there. We've got some great BGAs. I can't see any gold band crystal oscillators. All I have to do is just remove the battery, of course. And that's out the way. Right. This back plane board here. So it's beautiful weather this week. Hasn't been too hot. It's been quite nice. So it helps stay motivated when scrapping. So this here, it's nothing. It's not even a low grade board, right? There's absolutely nothing. It's just fiberglass. There's nothing here. It's just these little ports here, and they're not good enough just to, because there's really, not much to them. So this can't go as a low grade board. Anyway, it probably could if you left the cable on it, but I'd rather just get low grade cable for this wire. It'd be more than the whole thing as a low grade board. Anyway. Yeah, so unfortunately this board is nothing. There's nothing on them. no base recovery even, you know. So, and here we're just going to throw this into low grade. It's quite heavy. It's actually, it might even be tin copper. Yeah, I think it is, but it's also insulated, so I'll leave the plugs on and just throw this into low grade insulated wire. Still got good weight to it. I like these pins. These ones, you know, are about the best gold recovery pins that we get. And we clean that up. Yeah, see, they're just straight out fully plated pins. Well, it's just about one nice big server done. Yeah, as I said, I've already taken out the power supplies to reduce the weight carrying it around. So, whereas this one here, because it's got all these nice, you know, gold pins inside the port here, and this side is actually a pretty decent circuit board. So this is definitely mid-grade board. We've got a gold band crystal oscillator we can take, and yeah, pretty much a mid-grade board, and actually quite heavy, good value. So the fans I'm not going to bother with. I'll just leave them in, because this one will just be dirty steel. I'm not going to bother cleaning it up. I probably could, but... And again, this sort of stuff, just low grade. Yeah. So it does have a 1 tantalum capacitor there. So I can keep the tantalum and just throw that. They're just ports. So it's just base metal recovery. Alright. Well, there's no hard drives in here. And, you know, I probably could... Yeah, I probably could throw this into clean steel and just throw these fans into dirty steel. And might as well get these. Again, it's just low grade, but in this case it's got these nice gold pins here, so you can you know, just cut them out, or you know, just sort of snap this part off and see there's one of the gold plated pins, and they're fully plated all over. So, and still, yeah, it's probably not even a low grade board. It doesn't matter, because we've got pretty much all the value that we want. Alright, so if I'm going to use this as a clean steel, just got to remove some of the rubbish. If you can, remove these black plastic sheets, but in this case I can't. I'm happy with that. These little plastic hooks here, because we're trying to get clean steel, really got to take these off, you know. I mean, if we fill this cavity up with clean steel, which I'm going to do, and put the cover back on, you're probably not going to notice it, but just in case, and just trying to get clean it up as much as I can, you know. Alright, so at least now it's only got a little bit, it's not going to be noticeable. So for now, I'll just fill this up with some clean steel pieces, and we'll get rid of this. Alright, got a nice bunch of clean steel in there. That's it. Do the screws back up, and we've got a really nice, solid, heavy box of all just clean steel. So a really nice little package there. So a pretty decent haul here. I'd love to do, say, 3 or 4 of these servers every week. It would be awesome, you know. It's a bit of everything there. These, like I said, I'm just going to throw these, clean the steel off, these things, and just throw them into just aluminium, because these 4 copper tubes in there are just not enough. It's only like 2% by weight. So obviously got the motherboard with the 4 CPU sockets. Really good weight server board, and the company that recovers the precious metals from this will actually get good precious metal value from this. You know, it doesn't always work out that way, but it's a balance, you know, for them. A fantastic slot card here with the 3 gold band crystal oscillators, a couple of fantastic BGAs. So what I'll probably do here, even the fingers are good quality. They're not that big, but they are a nice flat yellow orangey gold. So yeah, in this case I'll probably turn this into a mid-grade board rather than sell it as a slot card, which means I have to take off this bracket, so I lose weight there. But I want the fingers, I want the crystal oscillators, and I actually want these 2 BGAs, and maybe this other BGA here, and just leave it as a mid-grade board. So that's a good one. There's just a mid-grade board straight out. Does have 1 gold band crystal oscillator I can take. These again, mid-grade boards. Remove the fingers, low-grade board. Up to you. 4 green fiber CPUs with the heatsink. So you know, all you have to do if you want to just get green fiber for these CPUs is to knock off this heatsink with a screwdriver and hammer. Pop, knock this off, sell this as tinned copper, and then you've got just a green fiber CPU. Some people like to do that. I got 4 modules here, the RAM modules, so they're actually pretty good. The BGA there, fingers. So I'll in this case I leave these fingers on, and I can get mother grade board for them. If I took these fingers off, there's really not a great deal there to call it motherboard grade. Even that, and the BGA isn't that spectacular, but if I leave that on, you know, they are from a server, but they're certainly not server grade. But I think I can get away with these into maybe even just in slot cards, you know, because of that. It doesn't have the steel bracket, so not much dead weight here. Might be able to just get away with these ones in slot cards, but yeah, usually if I took off these, instant mid-grade board. It just varies, just depends. I've got 16 of the 512 megabyte RAMs from the modules, so, and 1 bonus one that was on the motherboard. So 17 RAM sticks, fantastic, from 1 server. 17 RAM sticks, 4 nice finger cards, 4 CPUs, a fantastic slot card, mid-grades, and a really nice big good weight server board. So there you go, guys. That was yeah, and plus a couple of power supply units that I already removed, so add that to the value, and then a whole heap of clean steel. So yeah, really good value, which, yeah, like I said, I wish I got more of these, but let's do another one, something a bit different. So next up, I got a Sun Microsystem server here. I've got a couple of them that are flatter, but this is a big Sunfire 280R. So I thought I'd do this one on video because it looks a little bit interesting, and yeah, quite I usually I don't mind these Sun Microsystems. For some reason, they're not really resellable, you know, that often. Maybe because I'm not really sure, but sort of my server buyer guys aren't interested in these models at all. but that's all right. Could be a bit of a a bit of a problem because it looks like it's locked and I don't have a key, can't find the key. It doesn't look like it's hooked on anywhere, so I might have to actually break into this lock before we can actually make a start. Oh no. Phew. Looks like the lock was already broken into once before. All right. Wow. Here we go. How's this, hey? This is really, it's also got, looks like some kind of modules up here. I could see some big RAM around the other side. I can see some massive cabling here. Wow. And how's this? It's even got instructions on how to remove the CPU. Sunfire 280R. Okay, so the CPUs are here. Ultra Spark drives. Or Ultra Spark driven. Wow. So I probably... It's going to need a Torx by the looks of it. I don't really need to worry about damaging anything. Yeah, a lot of times servers have the Torx that's required sort of mounted in the actual system. It doesn't look like there's Torx here. Wow. It's quite a strange setup actually. Well, that's one way, isn't it? Wow, that's really strange. Okay, I've heard the clicks. Very strange. All right. Wowie, wow. Geez, how's that? That's the slots that slots into the motherboard, and we've got a massive heatsink here. And there's even a board at the back. Some giant MLCCs, and I dare say these would be good MLCCs. Wow, it's the most unusual one I've done, so bear with me, you know, you come up with something that you've never played with before. I'm just glad I've got one. Okay, wow, so it's just a one part, so these are just for the side heat sinks, not much to these. I think the bigger heat sinks are going to be a little bit harder to get out. But yeah, this card, look at the BGAs there, those long BGAs with the gold ends. They're not on the corners, they're on the ends. So 8 BGAs there. Look at these MLCCs. Wow, there's a quarter of an ounce of palladium there. And all these. Wow. Get my little craft right box. These talks are really good. They're just a little bit longer. You can kind of get into tighter areas. That looks like the one. So if they look good, I might try and remove this and like keep it complete. Just depends on what it looks like. Okay, it's just a little foil plasticky. Wow, nice copper there. So yeah, it'll probably just go as a copper aluminium radiator. Just got to remove these completely. But there we go. So okay, so that's the Sun UltraSpark 3 CPU, and it looks like, yeah, it's surface mounted. And there's the board at the back. It's just capacitors and little MOSFETs kind of things. Wow, that's really unusual. Just want to see and... Oh no, it's not board mounted. There we go. Well, this is the first. I've got quite a few of these UltraSpark 3 Sun Microsystems CPUs, but it's the first one that I've actually pulled of this kind. So really nice. The only thing is, like, that's ceramic and that's gold pad. So, we can get some gold recovery there, but they're very heavy and the weight is all on this top tinned copper heatsink. And they're really heavy heat sinks. And you can see the ceramic is thinner than the heatsink. And, but yeah, I do know from what some people have told me that the gold recovery is okay, is nothing spectacular, and they're very hard to buy simply because most of the weight is in the tinned copper. So you've got to be careful with these ones. They're not all they're cracked up to be, but still they're good. This board is, wow, I mean, it's too high grade to put anywhere. This part is low grade, but, you could probably put this in a motherboard, or this would probably go in server grade board. But what I'm probably going to do here is I want all these BGAs. I want all these giant MLCCs, and I'll just test one of the MLCCs out just to try and get an idea of the quality. And I'll just get myself a heavy magnet. Alright, so we've got a hard drive powerful little magnet. Okay, so it does stick, and it sticks pretty good. So obviously we've got nickel here, but also you've got to keep in mind that some palladium containing MLCCs also have a little bit of nickel in there, and so so it's really hard to establish whether it's got palladium in there or not. Simply because, yeah, it does have quite a bit of nickel. I can just tell by the magnification. Sometimes they magnetize, but not as strong. Although this is a hard drive magnet, it's probably not the best type of magnet to use when you're testing MLCCs for magnetism, because they're just too powerful. They pick up anything. And it could also be nickel capped on the ends. Yeah, but these are not what I would put into the pure category. The ones that are completely not magnetic, they're a different category altogether. But still, I'm keeping them. They'll just go into magnetic MLCCs, but these 8 BGAs, highest, one of the highest grade BGAs, really good gold recovery there, and yeah, I'd like to get them. So that's awesome. There we go. So something really different. Sun Ultra Spark 3s. Like I said, I've got quite a lot of these. People have brought them to me. Just got a little distracted again. Oh, there's another one. So we're going to have another. Oh. Another one of these Sun Spark 3 CPUs. We'll get to that. Wow, and quite a amazing motherboard here. Oh, I'd like a few of these motherboards. Wait till you see all the BGAs on this motherboard. Holy moly. Inside here, can you see these? There's 6 gold corner BGAs just running along here. Wow, and there's Sun Microsystem BGAs, and look at these massive RAM sticks. And how's that for a slot card? That is a wow. Now these ones, see how they're kind of browny, the MLCCs. Okay. So you might be able to see the difference. See how these ones are kind of grey, whereas these browny ones, they're usually always non-magnetic. So let's just see if I'm right or wrong. I'll just knock one off for now. And they kind of crumble a little bit easier. There. So you can see, same magnet. It sticks, but it also falls off. And so when they're not that magnetic, I don't know where it is now. Yeah. So when they sort of stick but they fall off, and remember this is a really powerful, let me just get the microphone right, a really powerful magnet, right? And so, if it sticks and then just drops off when you just a little tap, that means there's a trace of, what's that? Nickel on this MLCC, but it's one of those that I was talking about before. The palladium ones that also can contain a little bit of nickel as well. So in this case, there is a trace of nickel, and it might be the end caps that is sticking it, right? And so that's fine. That, to me, guaranteed is a proper palladium style MLCC. So I have technically 3 grades of MLCCs. I have the ones that are completely non-magnetic. They have no trace of nickel whatsoever. That's grade 1. Grade 2 are these ones that just stick. And then grade 3 are the ones that that stick and don't come off when you shake them. And so at worst, we could, some, a lot of those ones, the ones that really hard stick, they won't have any precious metals in them at all. But some will still have traces of probably silver and so on. But this is a fantastic slot card, all Sun Microsystem chips here. A nice little BGA, really good gold fingers, pretty good, real long anyway. So this one here I'd probably depopulate again, turn this into a mid-grade board, remove the gold fingers, probably remove this BGA and probably a couple of these chips, and then turn it into a mid-grade board. Remove the nice MLCCs, remove this steel bracket, and we'll will kind of make a mid-grade board. But in that particular slot card, doesn't matter. To me, I could probably just depopulate the whole thing and then just throw it away. Here's another slot card here. This one's a big one. It's got a couple of, one card on it. There's a battery. So obviously either way this battery's got to be removed, and another battery here. So how's that? Two different types of batteries. It's even got a little PC card here. It's got the slots. So in this case, for me, it's not worth taking off these fingers. There's nothing else. There might a couple of MLCCs, a Tanty I might grab, but all I have to do here is remove this battery and this one, remove them, and just keep it as a slot card. So still some decent weight there. And then these ram sticks, and how's this set of wire? How's that for a plug? I can't see any gold plating in there. Well, look at that. Look at these. That's insane. Check that out. Wow. Never seen anyone as big as that. And all this cable in there. Pretty incredible. So at least we've got some good weight, good value there. So, certainly everything's heavy duty here. Yeah, just average plugs. This is just, you know, copper wire, could be aluminium. Wow, look how big they are. Look, nice chunky MLCCs as well. All these memory modules. Other side, same deal. All memory modules. Fingers. They're massive ram sticks. Don't know what their story is. But, oh, let's have a look. Yeah, I can't see any size on here. But they're obviously specific for this sun system. So I've never scrapped one of these out before, and it's amazing that as much e-waste that I have done, you know, I'm still coming across things that, you know, are just real oddball and unusual. You know, it keeps the mind going when you're getting, you know, unusual stuff. You know, rather than scrapping PCs and regular servers all the time, it becomes mind-numbing, you know, because you've done it so often. There's nothing really new there. But yeah, how's that? They're all Sun Microsystem chips, right? Beautiful, 6 really nice gold recovery. There's another one there. So really good BGAs. We've got gold band crystal oscillators here. How's that? Most likely tin fingers. Could be silver, but most likely tin, because silver would wear out pretty quickly. But then again, so would gold. So, but I'll just leave them. And we've got nice flat packs over this side again. Yeah, so there's another gold band crystal. Yeah, these MLCCs. Other side. Yeah, just a few chunky MLCCs I might take. But yeah, pretty awesome server board. And there's also a heat sink here that'll probably have looks like a pretty decent BGA under that as well. I don't know what to do with this one, because this is another BGA there. You know, I'd love to get all these central ones, but you know, I take these, I risk devaluing it, you know. You know, it's a reasonably heavy board, so I'm just going to have to work out what to do with this one. Sometimes it's a toss-up whether I'm prepared to take the loss and go for the gold recovery. or just sell it as is. So it looks like there's a, well, it's probably just a backplane board underneath. There's our fan module, 3 nice fans. It's a bit of a wire in here I can clean out. And that's at least giving us access to all this wire. Okay, yeah, so this backplane board, there we go. There's some clean steel. Oh yeah, it's actually quite a good backplane board. It's, you know, it does have a lot of little ICs. Some serious cable here. Okay, there's probably things connected to it over the front. Little board here. Yep, just another kind of like a backplane board, but yeah, this will be a mid-grade board. Oh gosh, remember when I first started on it, I said there should be a torque screw somewhere in, usually when they're oddball torque screws, and here it is. How's that? It's got its own little tool. There we go. Hey? Oh gosh, so Sun, yeah, it's a, you know, genuine Sun part, but that's the torque screw. How's that? Or it's actually just a square, so it's not a Torx or some kind of different Torx. Yeah, it's just perfectly square. And so this is the tool. No, it wasn't to get that. I think it was just a tool for the, yeah, just for that. It's just to remove them. Wow, but I'll keep it because it is an oddball square, and it might come in handy for something else. It's just, I don't know why they put it on such a heavy little handle. Yeah, can't, it's only one size, but cool. Another oddball tool for the collection. It stands out anyway, so. Alright, so yeah, it looks like it might be the power supply or something at the front. So I'm going to just have to make a bit of room here, spin it around, we'll have a look. Okay, so it looks like power unit here. There you go. Nice power supply unit. Quite big. Alright. Bit of extra value there. And nothing else there. And this side, just a DVD drive, and looks like Another power unit here, a little bit smaller. There we go, bonus. But 2 power supplies. I know, it was about the same size. Alright. Well, that's gotten rid of all that. And I'll probably just keep that there and throw this part in as dirty pressing steel. And that's released our backplane board. This one does have half gold pins. Yeah, that's unusual. You can see the gold plating on half of the pins and not on the other half. And also there, so that's unusual. And same with this one. But this we can get away with being a mid-grade board because it has all these IC chips, you know, so there is precious metal recovery. There's not too much dead weight, like there's no transformers. It's just aluminium capacitors. So we can actually get good value mid-grade board out of that. Wow, full of surprises, this one. There we go. Too much cable to pass up, you know. And that's up. All right. That I'll just leave there. The rest I'm just going to leave because, well, there's nothing really else here. We've got the power units. Yeah, we've got pretty much everything now. All the cable. We'll leave the DVD in there. Unless it wants to come out. Yeah. It's an older one, so it's got a good board. Yeah, so I'll just clean that up, get a bit extra cable now. And there you have it. So yeah, when it's got these long pins here, good gold pins, so I want to get the board out. They're usually a good board. But all right, I'll just get rid of this. Yeah, so this is basically what came out of that one. It doesn't seem like as much. Obviously it wasn't as much as the first one I did. I'd love to get more of them, but this was really interesting and unexpected. So I did get 2 big power supplies. Yeah, I just kind of had a bit of fun with this one because it was just so unusual. I got some mid-grade boards here. I did the DVD player, and so yeah, basically I want them for these really nice gold pins. But you know, when I go to process these one day, I've got barrels of these. You know, obviously I want to take the gold pins, put them aside, and then I'll depopulate the whole boards and just go for the chips for gold recovery. Got stacks on. So the real unusual thing for me was for the first time actually doing these SunSpark CPUs, or getting them straight out of PSAR servers. So yeah, really cool. I really like these boards. I'm going to, you know, I could probably, no doubt I could throw this into motherboard grade easily, but I'm just sort of debating. I just want these 8 BGAs, and even these gold pins here. You can see there's little pins, really fine little gold pins, and a really nice plate in there, and that runs all along. So I want to take all this off. I want these. I'll take all these MLCCs and then probably just throw it into low grade with all that. Just got to remove this plastic, but yeah, really interesting. I've got another one here. You know, I'll probably just keep it for now, just for interest's sake. I can always do it later. Not a good weight graphics card. Not a graphics card, just a slot card, network card, obviously. Just got to remove the batteries, and I've got a good slot card there. This one here I'll most likely depopulate completely. Just too many good chips on it. Nice BGA, heaps of Goldfinger here. So yeah, and even tiny MLCCs all through this. So yeah. So that was that, and obviously the motherboard, again, it's one of those ones that I've got to kind of work out. Too many BGAs here to just throw it in as motherboard. If I took off all these and a couple other bits and pieces, it'll probably turn into a mid-grade board. So I've just got to weigh that up, whether it's worthwhile. Got the 4 huge RAM sticks, incredible. So, you know, pound for pound, like these, you know, obviously weigh as much as 8 or 9 because of the chunky MLCCs as well. Lots of chips on there, so still you know, they're good value even though we only got 4 of them. And this real big chunky plug that I've never seen anything like it from just a regular server, but there was a lot of other wire as well. So there you go, guys. I thought I'd do a bit of a scrap session, and I don't think I'll do any more on video. I do have quite a lot more service to finish off for the day, but I did get prices for my scrapyard come in today, so you might want to check them out. I don't know if you can see it. So this is price valued until wrong one. Price is valued until, so our scrapyard, and a lot of scrapyards here, they send you their current price list. If you go on to, you know, you give them your phone number and you're on their books, they'll keep sending you the current prices. So valued till the 30th of January. And there's the prices there. Clean pressing, 270 a ton. Mixed pressing, 230. So you got oversize and insize, 310, 370. Okay, and better stuff. Milbury, 910. Candy, or number 1 copper, $8.85. So still really good price. Brass, $5.80. LE copper radiators, $3.85. PVC wire, really holding its price and more, $3.20 a kilo for no plugs wire. Electric motors, 80 cents, pretty good. Aluminium wheels, $1.85. So extruded aluminium, $1.80. Cast aluminium, $1.35. Domestic, $1.30. Dirty aluminium, 50 cents. Stainless, $1.45. So yeah, some good prices there. The PVC wire, $3.20 a kilo. I've actually already got 2 wheelie bins full, so I'll be doing a bit of a scrap run soon. Well, either way, I'm not sure. I might do one more Sun Microsystem server. It's only a thin one, so we might just quickly check it out. I'll do it really quick, might only just partially scrap it. We'll just have a look at what's inside it. Maybe there's something interesting, like another interesting CPU. Yeah, so this one's a really thin Sun Microsystem. It's the Sunfire V20Z. Interesting. Since I was just doing this, the other Sun Microsystem, thought I'd do this. Well, it's very straightforward, this one, isn't it? It's not much to it. Obviously the hard drives have been removed. There's the power supply, and yeah, quite a giant motherboard actually. I just really wanted to just look at quickly the CPUs, so you got a pretty good idea on what the motherboard actually looks like. We do have BGAs around, so it'll be a good server board. It looks like 8 RAM sticks, so that's handy. I don't think these would be very big. What are they? Yeah, 1 gigabyte RAM stick, so just scrap RAM, but 8 RAM, we can't complain with that. Yeah, so so different to the last one, but still really good stuff. There you go, 8 gig RAM, or 8 RAMs straight up. And then we've got these kind of different oddball modules. They're not really RAM sticks, although they're very similar, but they do have some heavy transformer type things on there. So if to put this into RAM, I could, but I'd have to remove these 3 transformers first, because it's just too much weight. Oh well, there we go. It's well, giant MLCCs again on it, slightly browny. Really nice gold pins there. So that's what I'll do with this. Remove the MLCCs, these gold pins, and then just throw the rest into my yeah, because of these heavy transformer types, it'll just go into low grade. But you know, that's okay. Here's another one of those RAM looking modules. So again, that's what I'll probably do, is just remove these 3 transformer things and turn that into it's pretty good as RAM. So really the only thing, no point in taking off the power supply here. There's another one of those boards with the gold fingers and all the MLCCs. So yeah, no point in taking out the transformer, the power supply, because you know what it looks like. This one, just want to have a look at what the CPUs look like, and I can do the rest off camera. It's starting to run out of battery anyway, so all right. Well, at least in this case, we've got really nice solid copper heat sinks. Look how beautiful they are, right? And that's what we call candy copper. Beautiful, really heavy. These weigh about about 1.5 pounds. So about 3 pounds of copper just there in these 2. Okay, so there we go. Nothing spectacular CPU wise. These are just AMD, so they're not Sun's own type of CPU. They're just the AMD Opterons, right? So heatsink, but with the pins. So at least we've got decent gold recovery in these ones with all the pins, and we've got tinned copper, really chunky pieces. But apart from that, as you can see, it's just a regular motherboard. Also got these riser cards, which is a bonus. Got some really nice quality. A lot of these riser cards generally don't have good quality. It's really shiny, but this is nice flat gold. So that's what I'll do. So big, you know, I'll remove all the gold finger, and then I'll just put this into low grade board. And there's another one here. So yeah, surprisingly still pretty good for what it is. I'll just continue on here and scrap my little heart out for the rest of the day and finish off a few of the servers. I got what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 servers still to go there. I've got a few more around the back. I'll just continue on that. Yeah, and so my garage is sort of I've just done a couple of pickups, so I've just brought in some new stuff, kept it undercover. Got these projectors that I mentioned at the start that I wouldn't mind doing it. This one's a DLP projector. This one is, and yeah, so I might do a bit of a, I might do a few projectors in the next video or two. Yeah, these are the only PCs I've got stacked up in the driveway. I've moved a lot to the back area, and this is pretty much what my driveway is going to look like from here on. So it's just going to be bins, so no e-waste that needs to be done left out here on the driveway. All that's here is things that are ready to go to the scrapyard, things that have been scrapped out. Oh yeah, I mentioned I did audio visual pickup a couple of days ago, so I've got quite a lot of TV screens. I've already scrapped one, but I've got these monitors. Some are plasma monitors, some are LCD monitors. They're kind of display multi-sync LCDs, so on, NECs usually. So I'm going to scrap out, probably do a batch of these, see what's in them. Yeah, so everything's sort of kind of overloaded, plastics, power supplies, motherboards, mid-grade boards, everything's overloaded. Yeah, so this is what's it's going to look like from now on. And so every bin has got its own little thing, you know. So things like usually from the closest, like my workbench is just here. So the first thing I want access to, obviously my mid-grade wire is inside here, always throwing into that. But the first thing is low grade, because I've usually got little bits of ribbon wire and stuff that I just don't want to walk too far to get rid of them. So that's low grade. This one is extruded aluminium. This one is domestic aluminium. This one is cast aluminium. This is aluminium copper radiators. There's a few phones in there, but mostly cell phones. That's my cell phone bin. This is slot cards, PCI cards. And these are ones that I haven't scrapped out yet. So there you go. So that's pretty much all I've got there. And that's how I want it from now on. And then just I'm cleaning up all this area. As I mentioned, I'm going to clear off this roof. And I'm going to be storing a lot of stuff here. Yeah, PCs and stuff. So I stacked up some PCs here. And once I get rid of these bins, this is where I'll be stacking a lot of my PCs just ready to scrap. So it's not visible from the front, and it just looks a little bit neater. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I hope that was a bit of fun for you. We've done a few interesting servers today. Sun Microsystems. That last one we did was really interesting. The first one was quite interesting too. I always enjoy scrapping my servers out, and I'm just going to finish off these for the rest of the day and call it a day. All right, guys. Well, keep scrapping, have fun, and I'll catch you real soon.